Innovation really matters to Allied Command transformation because we're looking at how we are adapting the military instrument of power for that future security environment. But the technological developments that are occurring around us are occurring at a pace we've really never seen before. And if we don't innovate to try and understand how those technological changes are going to impact the alliance, then we can't respond. So we've got to innovate in order to be successful.
Just by using the military expertise, we were unable to solve some of the issues that we were facing, and so we tried to get the outreach to non-traditional actors to help us solving those issues at the not classified level.
Inspired from what's happening in the private sector and industry, we came up with the idea of the Innovation Hub as a community where people can collaborate easily.
The mission of the Hub is to bring some out-of-the-box solutions to our problems. And so we created a kind of network reaching out to academia, industry, think tanks, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and tried to see whether those people were able to help us.
The Innovation Hub needed to be open to the public, so it's not located at the same place exactly as the NATO command, which is on the Navy base. We are outside of the base. We are actually on the campus of Old Dominion University, which is the largest local university, and it's very convenient because this place is in the middle of three of our major communities: academia, industry, and the military.
We really want to help and support the rest of the command. So our most useful tool is a pair of shoes to walk around the corridors of the HQ and ask teams, the project leaders and subject matter experts, say, are you facing a difficulty here in your project? Can we help?
So a NATO staff with a problem would get the support from the Innovation Hub in a way that that person will be put in a community of tens, if not hundreds of people who are interested in the same problem but have different ways to tackle it.
We have to be able to keep pace in order to preserve our military edge with innovation that's occurring around us. But of course, innovation allows us to draw from a very diverse group of people from all ages, all backgrounds, and they may well have some very different thinking and perspectives which we absolutely want to hear and embrace. It's an overused saying that innovation is a culture, but I think I really mean that in ACT.
So the community of the Hub is very diverse, comes from academia, industry, retired military, members from national labs.
I usually use the example of the guy sitting in the basement with popcorn and Coke and then have a smart idea. He is also part of the community. So we try to pull from everywhere.
Today, the Innovation Hub is almost 4,000 members from 72 nations, and that tells the story.
We have to realize that the most innovations, most R&D is not happening in the military world any longer. It's not necessarily the defense industry that is at the edge of everything that is happening, but very much small and medium-sized companies and startups very much have innovative ideas that we can use for security purposes.
The Innovation Hub allows the NATO command structure through Allied Command Transformation an opportunity to have a conversation with a variety of small companies that want to just see how they can help NATO.
For NATO to stay current, really needs to be out there looking at new technology as it's developing, and to help with research, to help mold it. I don't see there's any way to compete without being involved in tech these days.
I think it's really crucial, not only connecting with industry, but also to academia. Those guys, in particular the students, have a very, very broad vision on particular things that we don't have as a military.
Our students really had the opportunity to work on these cutting-edge problems and provide novel solutions and directly to key NATO stakeholders.
Students, you generally leave this with very positive feelings. And a part of that is getting a chance to work with students from other countries that they would never otherwise meet.
All the people that work for NATO are either military or civilians, but those civilians are ex-military. And it's fascinating that when you take those issues and those problems and now you introduce them to the younger generation, that you got complete different solutions. And I think that gain is just incredible.
We are also in the NATO Innovation Network. The NATO Innovation Network is made of governmental institutions, while the Innovation Hub community is made of individuals.
Since we have 30 nations as a resource, we are stronger than solely the French Innovation Hub or the US Innovation Hub. We have that capability to be multiplying potential solutions and share them with all the NATO nations.
The more nodes in a network, the more value you get out of it. We believe we've added a lot of value to the NATO Innovation Network by bringing people together and connecting them.
And what we're now seeing is the communication is happening independently between nodes. And I think that's fantastic. That's a definition of an ecosystem.
So the Innovation Hub staff are the people who are working in our facility here in Norfolk, directly affiliated